Hey, what are you doing here? Having trouble sleeping again? Me too. That's why I came down here. Guess you want me to help you sleep again, don't you? That's fine. I'll go ahead and start reading for you. Right. So today I'm reading The Fortress, model number FDG045M15. Then there's a notice on the first page. Before operating this appliance, please read this manual and all the safety instructions thoroughly and retain it for future reference. Caution. Contact the authorized service technician for repair or maintenance of this appliance. The appliance is not intended for use by persons, including children, with reduced physical, sensory, or mental capability, or lack of experience and knowledge, unless they have been given supervision or instruction concerning use of the appliance by a person responsible for their safety. Children should be supervised to ensure that they do not play with the appliance. If the supply cord is damaged, it must be replaced by manufacturer, its service agent, or similarly qualified persons in order to avoid hazards. Please turn off or unplug the appliance before cleaning or maintenance. Safety instructions. To avoid electric shock, fire, or injury, please read the user manual carefully before using the appliance and keep it for future reference. This appliance is for household use only. Please use a suitable power source. Please refer to specifications. Never immerse the appliance in water or other liquids. Do not use the appliance under direct sunshine. Please turn off the appliance when not in use, otherwise it may result in danger. Keep the appliance away from children. The appliance is not intended for use by persons, including children, with reduced physical, sensory, or mental capability, or lack of experience and knowledge, unless they have been given supervision or instruction concerning use of the appliance by a person responsible for their safety. Children should be supervised to ensure that they do not play with the appliance. With any indication of damage or malfunction, please stop using the appliance immediately to avoid hazards. Contact the authorized service provider for repair. Do not attempt to repair or change any parts by yourself. If the supply cord is damaged, it must be replaced by the manufacturer, its service agent, or similarly qualified persons in order to avoid hazards. Please turn off and unplug the appliance before cleaning or maintenance. Clean the surface of the appliance with a dry cloth. Do not use corrosive detergent or solvent to clean. Do not wash the appliance with water. Please turn off and unplug the appliance when not in use. Make sure the power is off before pulling out the plug and do not pull the cord. When the appliance is not in use for a prolonged period, please turn it off, unplug it, pack it well, and store it in a cool, dry place. Forbid to put flammable and explosive objects around the appliance, and do not use the appliance in an environment full of flammable gas and powder. Keep away from any fire and heat sources. Please install a ground wire to prevent hazard of possible electric shock when electricity leaks. Do not splash the refrigerator with water directly to prevent rusting, damage, or leakage of electric components due to water immersion. Never put any drink such as beer and soda, etc., held in glass bottles in the freezer chamber, as the glass bottles may crack or explode due to cubical expansion of frozen water. The plug should not be plugged into the socket again until 7 minutes have passed from unplugging the refrigerator. Otherwise, the compressor will be overloaded and will not operate immediately. The surface life of the refrigerator will also be affected. Do not touch the walls of the freezer, chamber, or frozen food with bare hands to prevent frostbite. Do not use highly combustible objects such as solvents and pesticides adjacent to the refrigerator to prevent fire. Do not store explosive substances such as aerosol cans with flammable propellant in this appliance. Never put highly volatile objects such as lacquer thinner, toluene, alcohol, gasoline, etc. into the refrigerator to prevent hazard of fire and explosion. Do not place any fragile objects on top of the refrigerator, as it may fall down on the vibration caused by opening or closing doors of the refrigerator. Do not let the power cord of the refrigerator touch any high-temperature objects at the back of the refrigerator or be pressed by adjacent adjustable feet on the bottom to prevent hazard of electricity leakage or electrical fire. Doors of the refrigerator must be closed tightly to ensure safety. The more foodstuffs is put in the refrigerator, or the more frequent and the longer the doors are open, the more electrical consumption will be, which may eventually lead to a malfunction. It is better not to place heavy, pointed, or corrosive objects on the refrigerator. Open the doors as less as possible during power supply breakdown. The refrigerator should be placed with good ventilation, and at least 10 centimeters clearance should be kept between the upper, the backside, and the left, and the right side of the refrigerator with walls or anything. The refrigerator must be plugged into a specific socket for 220-240 volts and no less than 10 amps. Do not use any adapter or extension cord. I think I'm using an extension cord for mine. I should go unplug that. Hold on a second. Not sponsored, but hit me up. When disposing of the refrigerator, please observe the following items. Detach or destroy the bearing of the doors of the refrigerator to keep the doors from being tightly closed. Detach the door gasket to keep the door from being tightly closed. Never leave the refrigerator discarded to any child for playing. Beat and depress the body of the refrigerator to keep any child from entering the refrigerator prior to discarding. Prevent the danger of any child from being trapped in the refrigerator. Follow the instructions of your local regulations when disposing. Warning: keep the ventilation openings in the appliance enclosure or the built-in structure clear of obstruction. Do not use mechanical devices or other means to accelerate the defrosting process. Do not damage the refrigerator circuit. Do not use electrical appliance inside the food storage components of the appliance. To avoid hazard due to instability of the appliance, it must be fixed in accordance with the installation instructions. Notice: refrigerant R600A is flammable. The refrigerant is closed in the refrigeration system and will not leak by usual use. In case the refrigeration system was damaged, do not use electrical items, include electrical products, or fire equipment nearby, and open all windows to provide good ventilation. Please also contact our service center. Alright, installation instructions. Installing and removing the accessories. To remove the shelf, grip the shelf, then lift it straight upward. To reinstall, reverse the procedure. Self-explanatory. To dismantle the flexible door rail, pull out the tray first, then draw the pedestal of the door rail outward. Do not dismantle the tray and the pedestal at the same time. When being placed on the ground of soil, that's whack. If the refrigerator is placed on the ground of soil, I like that. Please put a 10 centimeter thick wooden plate on it to prevent the rusting or the quality of electric components being affected. The appliance should place on a flat ground. Jeez, I'm losing it. I'll have to edit that out. I'm like 5 pages in. Fall asleep already. Please use the specific socket. The refrigerator must be plugged into a specific socket for 220-240 volts and no less than 10 amps. Please put the refrigerator in places with good ventilation. I think mine is, hopefully. There should be enough space around the refrigerator for better ventilation and the electricity saving. At least 10 centimeters clearance should be kept between the upper, the backside, and the left and the right side of the refrigerator with walls or anything. The contact may produce some electrical sparks when the refrigerator started, but thus hazard is likely to occur if there is gas around the refrigerator. Please shut down the gas and open all windows and doors in case of a gas leakage to ensure safety. What do we got, 9 minutes? Good. Please put the refrigerator in a place of low humidity. Do not put the refrigerator in a place of high humidity, otherwise the refrigerator will be likely to accumulate moisture and get rusty. The electric components will be easy to fail as well. Keep the refrigerator away from direct sunlight and hot air. Do not expose the refrigerator to direct sunlight and hot air, otherwise the cooling temperature will not be sufficient and more power will be consumed. My bad. Parts description. Number 1, freezer chamber. Number 2, temperature control knob. Number 3, refrigerating chamber. Number 4, guard. Number 5, glass shelves. I don't mind a glass shelf. Number 6, plug. Number 7, adjustable feet. My bad. 8, ice cube box. I don't think mine is that either. Sad. Number 9, drip tray. The sample cut line is representation of the series of refrigerator, which has similar structure and different capacity. Operation instructions. Ice making procedure. Number 1. Take the ice cube box out of the freezer. Number 2. Pour cool water into the ice cube box until the water level reaches the water line. Then put the ice cube box back into the freezer chamber. Number 3. Turn over the ice cube box and pour the ice cubes into another vessel after the ice is frozen. Temperature control. Temperature control. Number 1. Under normal conditions, the temperature control knob is set at 4. Number 2. The times of door opening, the peripheral temperature, and the objects stored in the refrigerator can affect the temperature inside the refrigerator. Number 3. If the cooling degree inside the refrigerator is not cool enough, set the temperature control knob to 5-6 to reduce the temperature. If the cooling degree inside the refrigerator is too low, set the temperature control knob to 1-3 to increase the temperature. And there's a little diagram, but I'm not going to pick you up to show you. You're too heavy. I'm going to edit that out. Refrigeration. Fruits and vegetables should be wrapped with plastic wrap to prevent drying. Water-rich foods such as bean curds, I like that, bean curds, and vegetables should be stored in the front bottom part of the refrigerator compartment to avoid being frozen. Placement of food. There should always be space between food to maintain cool circulation. Food should be wrapped tidily. Tidily. I like that too. I don't know why. To prevent them from being dry and odorous. Hot foodstuffs should be cooled down before being placed in the compartments. Otherwise, the internal temperature of the compartments or electrical consumption will increase. I'm going to take another drink. Defrosting. Too much frost will diminish the cooling effect. The freezing unit should be defrosted whenever frost builds up to 7 millimeters. Defrosting steps. Number 1. Clear up the refrigerator and set the temperature control knob to off. Then unplug the refrigerator. Open the door of the refrigerator and wait until the frost melts naturally. Never use any mechanical tool or other tools to accelerate the defrosting process. Number 3. After the frost melts, pour water out of the drip tray. Number 4. After defrosting is finished, plug the refrigerator again and set the temperature control knob to the original position. Put objects back in the refrigerator again after it operates for 2 to 3 hours. Maintenance instructions. Doors. Clean the doors with dry cloth frequently. Never clean it with water directly. Never clean the refrigerator with tooling, brush, or chemical cloth to prevent damage to the baking finish and internal parts. Inside the freezer chamber and refrigerating chamber as well as accessories. Clean up the inside of the refrigerator and the refrigerating chamber as well as accessories once a month. I don't have cleaned mine at all. That's not a good thing. Where was I? Before cleaning, take all objects out of the refrigerator and unplug it. Any removable accessories should be taken out for cleaning. Refrigerator wall. Beware of the backside of the refrigerator to prevent a cockroach or a rat from making nests there. Smooth back design hides the cooling tube. Hey, wake up. We're not done yet. Alright. Emergency treatment. Stop operation of the refrigerator and unplug it if any abnormal situation occurs, e.g. smell of burning. If the refrigerator continues operation under abnormal conditions, fire and electric shock may happen due to heat radiation. Please consult the authorized service center. Troubleshooting. The following situations are not malfunction. The side of the refrigerator will be heat up while the condenser is working, but this will not influence the cooling performance. As the temperature of the compartment will be high when the refrigerator is just started, it will take a span of time to decrease the temperature. It is normal for the surface of the compressor to get hot in normal working conditions. Do not touch it. The water flow sound is actually the refrigerant cooling gas flowing. It is normal. Condensation may form on the outside when the humidity is high. It is normal. If any case of malfunction happens, please inspect and dispel it according to the methods shown in the following table. Not refrigerating. Check if there is power failure. Check if the power cord is plugged into the power socket. Not cooling sufficiently. The food may be packed in tightly together, which will block the flow of cool air. You may have to put something hot or a lot of foodstuffs into the refrigerator. The temperature control knobs may not be set properly. The door may not have been closed properly. The door gasket may be damaged. The refrigerator may not be well ventilated. There may be insufficient clearance between the refrigerator and the surfaces immediately to the sides and top. Food frozen in the refrigerator chamber. The temperature control knobs of the compartment may be set to 5 to 6 position for a long time. Check if the normal surrounding temperature is below 5 degrees Celsius. Foodstuffs may be packed together too tightly. Water leaks from the refrigerator chamber. Check if there is any leaks from objects stored in it. Noises. Check if the refrigerator is installed firmly. Check if there is any objects nearby that collide with it. The compressor does not stop working automatically. Food may be stored too much at one time. Doors may not be opened too frequently or too long. The temperature control knobs may be set to 5-6 position. In case the above failures appear, please check the refrigerator as per the reasons stated above. If any abnormal phenomenon still appears, please call the authorized service center. Specification, model number, FDG04M15. Rated voltage/frequency, 220-240 volts, 50 Hz. Rated current, amps, 0.5. Climate class, ST. Refrigerant, R600A, 16G. Storage volume, 45 liters. Net weight, 17 kilograms. Gross weight, 18.5 kilograms. Product dimensions, millimeters. Width/depth/height, 472 by 450 by 492. Warranty. The product has 3 years of warranty from the date of purchase. The warranty shall not apply if A. To any product subjected to misuse, alteration, act of God, improper handling, improper transport, improper testing, or unauthorized repair. B. To cosmetic problems or defects which result from the wear and tear under ordinary use, yet not affecting the performance of the product. C. If the product is disassembled or altered. D. To any packing, transportation, export/import tax, or any related expenses. 3. Customer must present the sales invoice or receipt for 3 years warranty services. 4. All required for service. Please contact Fortress Service Center hotline, telephone number. I'm not going to put that on YouTube. Notes. This appliance must be plugged into the specific 220-240 volt socket. Please make sure the plug is fully plugged in before use. Do not use any adapter or extension cord. This appliance is a high energy consumption product. Please do not use it with any other highly energy consumption products in the same supply socket. The appliance is for household use only. Environment. Do not throw away the appliance with a normal household waste at the end of its life, but hand it in at an official collection point for recycling. By doing this, you help preserve the environment. Important notices. In no event shall our company or the supplier be liable to you or any other party for any direct, indirect, general, special, incidental, consequential, exemplary, or other damages arising out of the use or inability to use the product, including, without limitation, damages for injury, loss of property, business profit, business interruption. Limitation, damages for injury, loss of property, I think I just read that, interruption, or from any breach of warranty, even if our company or supplier has been advised of the possibility of such damages. In no case shall our company or supplier liability exceed the amount you paid for the product. Specifications, designs, and dimensions are subject to change without prior notice. Alright, go to sleep now. I'm done.